let's get to the Dawn fan in the room. There's a bunch of new Pokemon information.
Woo! There is
We
a
have
lot.
new Sun and Moon starters. I love it when there's new starters because they're so controversial. I have the IGN poll results of the starters. We'll get to in a bit, but we also got a trailer and which you broke down. So we'll talk about that a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's just first gameplay footage. And is there anything else I'm missing there?
The first look at the release date, the box art, and the first look at the legendaries.
Did you cry?
I cried at the Japanese commercial.
Okay, good.
Oh,
Just
that
checking.
was so
It was
good.
really, really
Just
sweet.
checking.
Yeah.
So let's start at the beginning there. Release date, November 18th.
Yes.
We have a Pokemon game this November on 3DS.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yes.
By the way, you'll be able to play that on your $79.99 2DS if you want to get a 2DS now. They're
On sale.
Yeah.
Cheap as
That's
that.
crazy.
They're very cheap now.
Yeah.
That's about 800 Australian dollars.
Yeah, that checks out. It's more like 110.
Things are really
But it's
expensive in Australia.
but it's banned there because
Yeah, it's probably banned then.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
censored.
Okay, so we got the release date and the starters, which we could talk about. Rowlet, or Rowlet,
Rowlet.
now of course, Litten and Poplio. Here's the results of the IGN poll on what people like the best. You guys know who won?
Yes.
Poplio?
Rowlet.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
Rowlet. Rowlet got 50% of the vote.
Right.
That's great. And the remaining Litten, Rowlet is an owl.
Rowlet is the grass flying type owl,
Yes.
and grass flying is a really good typing. It's only 4 times weakness is ice, so it loses the electric weakness and it loses the flying weakness.
There's also a huge pro to having a Pokemon like as a starter that has flying.
Yeah, because then because with
You're
Omega
always
Ruby,
going to need one in your party to have it from the starters also.
Well, don't you get the ability that lets you fast travel and stuff?
yeah, there is fast
Well,
traveling
true.
with Soar with Latios and Latias
So probably
and
that
Oris.
Pokemon can learn Soar.
Possibly, I'm not sure where they're taking that. If they're going to take the HMs and just reuse them, or
Whoa, you
kind
think
of.
they could?
See,
I
I'd
really
be-
hope not.
I'd favor that for kind of like traversal
Yeah.
and stuff that the abilities are like at the player level, not at the Pokemon level.
Yeah.
I always hated that you have
Yeah.
to take up a slot for
Yeah,
some
exactly.
of the abilities.
Yeah.
But
That
So what are
was-
the other advantages of having a flying type from the start you're mentioning?
Flying is also good against other grass type Pokemon because if you're choosing like not fire, it's fire Pokemon are kind of hard to come by. They're not.
I
really
always
as-
go fire starter. Every
Yeah,
single
I was usually a water starter. This is the first time where I've actually really liked the grass starter besides Bulbasaur. So the first time in years and years and years.
Yeah.
It's time for the grass starter to shine. And then Litten is the second. What percentage of the votes did it get?
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Litten, the Lit Kitten, the new fire Pokemon.
oh, it's like a fire
lit.
kitten.
got 40%
Lit, fam.
of the remaining
40%.
38.2%.
RIP.
What was the last one? What did it look like?
49.93% versus 38.2%, leaving a meager 11.8% for Poplio.
Poplio.
And what is that?
So-
Don't you guys want to choose
It's a little
Poplio
seal.
now?
Looks like a circus seal.
So Poplio is its nose is like a water balloon, and
course.
it looks like one of those performing seals.
Oh,
So it's
like
supposed
Leo,
to be
like
like a water
lions.
balloon
Like a
balancing
sea
on
lion,
the
it's a sea
end of
lion.
seal. You know, seals used to balance balls.
No, I get that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like a dog with water balloons on its face.
Yeah.
But it is a seal.
I like to call him Clown Dog,
Clown dog.
yeah.
but
So-
he is a sea lion.
So clearly, I mean, if you did this
she.
poll with kids,
Or she.
though, maybe that one is the cutest, and that one would win a little bit with the younger set.
I think
Or do you
Rowlet's pretty cute.
I think
Or do you
Rowlet's
think
pretty
people
cute
are
too.
just?
Pretty
Do you think
cute,
people are
man.
just thinking
Okay,
practically?
Except
like
when you read the
power?
description, like part of the description for Rowlet is like it can turn its head 360 degrees and will stare at its trainer like
Yeah.
in battle. I'm like, that's not cute at
So-
all.
That's
Yeah.
exorcism
That-
and then-
territory right there.
Yeah, and then Litten's description is its fur is extremely oily,
Right,
and it
and
licks
flammable.
it, and then it licks its own fur like a cat does, and then spits
Spits
fiery
fire.
hairballs.
Yeah, but it also says its fur is flammable.
well thought.
That sounds suicidal.
Yeah, so
It's going to
Poplio-
light itself
But
on
it's got
fire.
I
it's
just-
got asbestos skin underneath, so
That's
there's no
true,
problem.
But it likes
Right.
fire, right? Because it's so
Yeah,
I don't know
maybe
if it
it
likes
wants to
it
be lit
being
on
on fire.
No, fire type Pokemon can't get
Litten's on
burned, so
fire.
but Poplio is probably the safest choice if it were real, since it's just a nice, playful little
Yeah.
little dude.
It's not going to
Until you
Um,
pop that
I keep-
balloon.
Yeah, I,
I
think it'd be
keep-
weird to
What
find
happened
the
to
remnants
It's
of the
filled with
balloons all
acid.
over your house.
yeah, I keep accidentally.
But I mean, it's not going to light itself on fire, and it's not going to pull an
It's not
exorcism
going to peck
on
your
you.
Full
eyes out.
exorcism,
Yeah.
yeah.
I keep accidentally
Whoa, that
referring to
turned
them
dark.
yeah. I keep accidentally saying he because it's actually 75% of starter Pokemon. They have a 75% chance of being male, so I always refer to them as he. But
Is that to keep you from having breeding early?
I think so. I
I
Litten
never knew that.
is supposed to have some other qualities, right? Like it's resistant to your owner, or like doesn't listen to you. Weren't you saying something about that?
I mean, it
Well,
looks
it's a
like
cat,
it would be.
so
It
Are you
it's
looks,
saying
not
that's what
gonna-
it looks like?
it
It just looks like
Litten
it's
straight up looks like a Hot Topic baby.
Yeah.
So
part of the description
What's
was
a
like
hot topic baby?
You know, like a little mall rat from 2006.
It's
that
an
always
emo
goes to
kid.
Hot Topic, yeah.
A part of its description was like it's cool-headed or something, doesn't give away emotions.
Yeah.
Part
Yeah.
of Rowlet's
Like a cat.
was that it's very sneaky, and I don't really know what special or what stat that would align with. Like
So-
maybe it's fast.
Well, like a lot
Yeah,
of it
maybe.
probably
High
specializes
speed?
in speed, and then the other part of the description was it uses like fast kicks and leaf blades.
Yeah.
So I'd imagine it would be attack and speed based.
Yeah,
You don't want to be kicked by a fast owl. That
No,
No,
that's true.
jeez.
That doesn't sound fun.
It's one of those
Someone's gonna lose an eye.
parables. Yeah.
You know how, Squirtle evolved into War Turtle, but becoming basically a tank. It is like he
Yeah, the
he
Blastoise
evolves
with
guns.
the
yeah.
Blastoise. We are thinking about like what that would look like for Poplio.
I want
What does Poplio become?
grenade launcher Poplio.
Grenade launcher Poplio.
Yeah.
That's it. So you get your balloons, but they're heavy duty grenades.
That
Yeah.
sounds really scary.
It's like
I love
the
it.
evolved
What if
form is
it's-
like this tough
Its
looking
final
seal
form is
just
Jabba the
tossing
Hutt.
Yeah.
Tossing the grenade.
Jabba the Hutt.
It just becomes Jabba the Hutt. By
Just-
that would look
just
too much like
wormy sea lion.
that would look
Yeah.
way too much
Yeah.
like Walrein though. So we got the walrus one.
Walrein.
Yeah, the walrus one is kind of this like Jabba the Hutt looking tusk thing.
What does Walrein evolve into?
It evolves from Celio, I think.
There's another seal?
There are lots of
course,
seals.
Lots of
that's
seal
right.
and dugong.
Yeah, there's
dugong.
seal and
Oh
dugong.
yeah, that's right.
There's
What
other
are we gonna
seals,
do?
but
Dugong is so
Poplio
cute.
Poplio is not a seal; it's a sea lion.
Lion. That's
Yeah.
where
Very
the
important distinction.
The difference is in their ear flaps and also the way they walk on land.
See?
Whoa.
There you
That's
go,
what
kids.
they teach in schools in
Biology.
Australia.
Seals versus
Have you seen the sea lions here?
Yeah, they
We
smell.
have
They
lots
smell
of sea
really
lions
bad.
here.
Yeah.
Now you can also go see harbor seals just south of here, and they're really cute.
can
They have
go-
little cat faces.
They're different to sea lions.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them on the beach at the Marine Reserve in Pacifica.
I like otters personally because
Otters
they
is super
break
cute.
like clams on their tummies. Very,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a different animal, though.
very different. But I was
Sea
thinking
otters.
about like
there's one sea
I was
otter in
thinking
San
about
Francisco, and everybody always
mammals in the
always
ocean.
There's
stories
one.
about it.
Yeah.
It's the Sutro baths. You can see one sea lion or a sea otter.
There's a bison, too.
Oh.
There's a few bison.
I do find
What's
it very
the bison
cute.
Pokemon?
There's none.
Well,
There's
there's
one?
Taurus, which is the bull Pokemon,
Oh, I
and then
remember
there's
Taurus.
Buffalant, which is I think supposed to be a bison.
That's it. That's
Do you
it.
know literally every Pokemon?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I have the first two generations, that is, not the
got
first
those
two
down?
Pokemon, and then after that I'm like,
And my head is full. Like after
know-
like 300 Pokemon, any
That's
that you
what it
add,
is.
I
I'm just-
forgot like Dongfan already. Like, it's
But you
already
did it,
fallen
Dong
out of my
fan.
head.
Yeah,
Dong
Dong.
Well, it's right
Stop
here.
saying
That's
it.
my new gamer tag.
Yeah.
Go with Dong fan.
Fan.